And
how stupid.
Yeah. Well, because they're butters. That's what they are.
Like the NRA. Like the NRA.
Exactly. And probably the NRA got the idea from Gunbroker.
Yeah, probably.
Because they banned them within a day or two. And
it was quick.
A few more days.
Yeah, it was quick.
But as someone pointed out, gun control created the bump stock.
It's a good point. Yeah, you mentioned that, and I think that's true. That's absolutely
to
true.
Some extent, yeah.
Because if I could have an accessible, relatively affordable, fully automatic firearm, I would buy that before I bought a bump stock.
Right. There would be no need for it.
Right. Absolutely.
So what is it?
I have no idea.
Necessity is the mother of invention or something?
Sure, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. That's why when all guns are banned and confiscated, there will still be guns because people will make them.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
So you'll have to start banning pipes and gunpowder and
I got into a discussion
everything
with a Canadian about that very thing.
Is he a professor?
I don't know what he was.
Oh, okay.
Like, well, it's all your children dying. You should do something. I said, well, like what? Well, it's not my job to figure this out. You figure it out. Okay, thanks for your help. I said, you can't. You can't do it. You can't ban it and stuff. Well, sure you can.
Well, you should go to Canada. He doesn't lock his door because he's Canadian. Just walk right in, and it'll be fine. You can do that. Michael Moore proved it.
I'll say I'm looking for a food pantry box out in front, and I didn't see it.
I need some soup.
I'm just going to come in and get your beefaroni. I got a raccoon with a can opener here. So gun control created the bump stock. That's true.
Yeah.
I think what this is. I want to talk about this a little bit.
What?
The
watermelon?
No, the Boy Scout girls.
Oh, all right. What about them?
I don't. I heard this on the radio coming into the studio on another program, and it just didn't,
was it NPR?
It was.
Okay.
And it didn't make sense because it says, you know what? Well, what it sounded like it was like separate but equal, just like segregation with blacks. You have every right as every other American in this country, but we have to separate you. That's what they're going to do with the Girl Scouts, with the Boy Scout girls. Is everything is equal, but all of the dens will be single gender. Ooh, that'll be tough because there's so many genders now. But anyways, they're going to have boy dens and they're going to have girl dens, and they're going to do their stuff. I'm saying, why bother then? What is so attractive about the Boy Scouts that the Girl Scouts don't offer?
Knives, bow hunting, tying knots, climbing,
but the
camping.
Girl Scouts could do that, and they do provide some of that.
But they don't.
Well, maybe they should. They're losing their brand and their market.
Or since the Boy Scouts lost a bunch of money when they let gay people in and transgender people in, maybe they should cater to that.
That's exactly what this is about, I think. It's about numbers. Or as I mentioned, why not just create a gender-neutral scouting organization, and your father, who is a den master or whatever you call him.
He has a dojo.
He says, Brian, they already do, and it's called, what is it called? Oh, Explorers and Venturing Programs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's been around since the 70s.
And one of the arguments that the girls were making was, well, we want to earn an Eagle Scout award because that has a lot of prestige and benefit. Well, that's true. But the Girl Scouts they have the gold star. They have the bronze and silver and gold stars, and it's equivalent to the Boy Scouts' highest rank.
Is it equivalent?
Well, it is.
Are you saying girls are equal to boys, Brian?
I would never say that.
You did. You said equivalent, Brian.
Equivalent rights, but
the opportunity, you mean?
Everything. Mm-hmm. But they're not the same. There are differences. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh no, haven't had an opportunity to notice.
So why are we doing this? Other than, I think you hit it. It's more money, and it's more
part of it. I think
competition. It's raising their numbers. There's political clout.
There's cases all over the place where a a boys and Boy Scouts, and his younger sister, who's not that much younger, wants to go do that. Right. It's fun. In I think a lot of cases that kind of happens. They let them, but they can't really progress all the way, or they couldn't before now. Anyway.
They could participate, but it wasn't like it's official.
So,
and you couldn't go get the Eagle Scout.
For years, there have been den leaders, scout leaders, whatever, that were female leading.
Absolutely, yeah. Now there's gays that can be in it
and
or lead.
Let's not forget something very important here, Brian, because you talked about separate but equal. This is a private organization.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want. Right. It's not the government saying separate but equal. It's a private organization.
Well, the skeptical people are saying the Boy Scouts they just want a piece of that cookie sale, which is over $1 billion a year.
Let's not forget that the Girl Scouts are a for-profit organization, unlike the Boy Scouts, which is non-profit.
Oh.
So, profit is evil. Girls are evil, apparently, is what I'm seeing here.
I don't know. All right. I want to... we could talk about that for hours, but I don't know. I mean, I guess I really don't care.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference because I don't think there are millions of girls that are going to join. There will be some, and I don't think it'll be a big deal.
Yeah, probably not.
It might make the big jamborees and things a little interesting when there's campouts and tents and girls.
Well, a lot of adults who are Boy Scouts were saying, well, Jesus, if they had done that when I was in Scouts, I'd have stayed to Eagle too.
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, so maybe it'll be some incentive.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
All right.
I love watermelon.
I love watermelon,
that's all
too.
I have to say about that.
Oh, I'm going to go on. You don't think there's something interesting in this?
Mm-mm. Not really.
All right. So this happened... was this in... Yeah, it was Detroit.
Yeah, it was.
It was Detroit Fire Department. They had a new guy, a probationary firefighter. His first day at the station, tradition is that the guy usually brings in donuts or cookies or brownies or something like that, Well, this guy decided that he'd bring in a watermelon, and he put a little pink bow on it. I don't know why he put a pink bow on it.
Breast cancer.
But he didn't think it was a big deal. It was a healthy snack. It was sweet. Watermelon's fine. He brings it in, and everybody said, what the hell are you doing? Because some of the African-American firefighters were instantly offended. So they were triggered.
Let's back up a second. You said everybody said, what the hell are you doing? Is that true?
Well, 90% did. Because 90% of the people who work at this engine are black.
And you're telling me every black person there was offended?
Outraged.
I don't think that's true.
Absolutely outraged.
I don't believe that.
All right, one guy probably was pissed.
I think it's closer to that.
And the fire commissioner...
It happened to be the chief.
Says the guy, the firefighter, was officially discharged. He was fired.
Yeah. Bummer.
He said, there is zero tolerance for discriminating behavior inside the fire department. And so we've discharged this firefighter for such an insensitive act. Well, firefighter didn't say it was racist at all. I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe we're not getting the whole story, but...
Well, I'm sure we're not getting the whole story. The big thing is he brought a whole watermelon, right? Like still intact whole watermelon. Yeah. And people are saying, every time I take a treat into my work, if I take watermelon, I cut it up. And so since he didn't cut it up, that's how you know that it was racist.
I see.
But here's the thing. I don't know if many people have seen inside of a fire station. They probably have a knife in there that they can cut the watermelon
generally.
Yeah. So I don't think it's not like an office building that doesn't have a full kitchen. Yeah. So I think that's a ridiculous argument. If your evidence for it being racist is that he didn't cut it up and put it in a pretty bowl, that's not very strong evidence. Now, if he came in and said...
Hey, boys, why don't you come over here and get some watermelon?
I know you guys
love this watermelon.
then maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, it's real quick. When Tiger Woods won the Masters for the first time, apparently when you win the Masters for next year, you can pick the menu that they have for the dinner. And one of the golfers who was a Masters winner was heard to make the comment, "Oh, great! Now we're going to have fried chicken and watermelon next year." That's kind of a racist.
What did they have?
Fried chicken and watermelon.
Tiger Woods is half white, isn't he?
Yeah.
White mother?
No, he's Asian.
Asian, whatever it is. We're out of time, though.
All right.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.